I'm gonna start at the top. Actually, I'm thinking perhaps starting at the bottom and then moving up to the top for the more advanced ones would be best. How will the students be communicating with us?
They will not be talking. That would just be crazy.
Can they text?
If they want to ask questions, they could set their comment in Mumble and I'll read them off to you.
Okay, I have the pop-ups coming too, so yeah. So that'll work too. Hello, Ham Sandwich, you are the first student in. Congratulations, you get nothing. Out of the ordinary, that is. Pow. Sorry, I'll change that. There we go. I wish I had more bars for this stuff. I always have to switch things out. So Ham, while you're the first one in here, I guess I can talk to you. How did you hear about Race to the Wall?
Chris will say when we're starting up.
That's okay, I can still talk to him though. Ham Sandwich, can you hear me? There. Student. Wait, can Ham Sandwich see my text? I wonder.
Type /world. I think that might do it.
Cool, okay, there we go. Not too much. Oh, is there? Are you all around this, in this bedrock line thing?
Who's the coach in here?
Gramps.
Avery?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
Am I in your world?
Who are you?
Adon, wait. Okay,
I'm in your world, yeah.
I just want to clarify with everyone on this channel, if you're caught disrupting the class at all, blowing everything up, or making random chaos cannons to just disrupt the class, you'll be banned. We won't hesitate to remove you. That's all.
Okay then.
Gramps, do you need another teacher grade? I could step in if you want.
What?
Sorry,
what was that, Robin?
Would you like another teacher date? I could step in if you want.
Well, I wasn't even aware that the class was starting, so I'm going to just go ahead and start.
Okay.
Okay, so, are you all in here? This is weird having visible people. Can someone type in Humble? Confirm that?
In order for him to be able to read what you're typing in Mumble, you should have yellow selected, yellow in uppercase selected.
Okay, thank you, Cackling Panda. Okay, so, To start things off, I guess, cannons are sometimes important, very important in Race for the Wool, and they offer a really great tactical advantage in when they're used in the proper ways. So, to start things off, basically, I'm sure that you all know that when you have water and TNT combined, set off the TNT.
Or they do think they're in the wrong world.
They're in the wrong world. This could be, yeah. The world that I am teaching right now is World Yellow. So if you want to,
Actually, wait.
I appear to be having some issues. So if you're not in the world that I am in, where you can see me, Gramps223.
Okay, they were sent to Traz's room.
Okay, so we have a bit of a mistake here. Okay, so if you would like to go to Traz's.
They're already in here. I TP'd you in here now. Okay, the teacher you see is Gramps. He is Gramps223. And you'll be teaching?
Okay, so this is where I'm teaching, eh?
Yep.
Okay, everybody here. Sweet. This is much better. I was wondering where exactly everybody was. Okay. So,
before you get started, I just want to state to the class, if you continue to be disruptive and continue with the drawings on the wall and all that, and minimum, that's fine if you want to draw on the wall or whatever, but if you try to disrupt the class, then you are going to get banned. And it would be preferred if, while the teacher is teaching you, you would pay attention to him as opposed to making pixel art on the wall. Also, please listen to him. If you are disruptive to the class, if you're spamming, if you're doing some of the teachers tells you to stop doing, we're just outright banning people. We're not gonna put up with anything. So please mind your teacher, and thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you very much for attending.
Go ahead.
It's a pleasure to teach you all. Basically, yeah, as you know, or may not know, I am Gramps from the team Cockblockers. We came in second in the Race for the Wool tournament, the most recent one, the Reddit one, number 2. And yeah, I am the cannons guy for that team, among other things. So, I'm just blabbering on, it's okay, don't worry about it. So basically, as I was saying earlier, TNT can be set off underwater, right? I'm sure that you all know that. If you guys
just
could,
continue, they don't have to respawn.
Right, okay, sorry. I'm not used to teaching people. This is interesting and new. So, if you have glass, or any sort of block, pardon me guys, could you please give me some space to build? Thank you. Okay, so, if you have water, and TNT lands in it, like so, if you set this off, nothing's going to blow up. I'm sure you're all aware of this, right? See, that TNT goes off, nothing happens. That TNT, however, still has the same explosive force as it would if it had blown up, except it does not affect blocks. So, this is how we build cannons. We use water and TNT to propel the entities. Yes, that's correct. So, with that out of the way, we can start talking about all these different cannons. I see you guys have already been busy working on some. This is very nice. So, or unless this is... Do students have build rates? I'm assuming so.
I'm not sure if I disabled them or not, but try to build something.
Okay, yeah.
They're disabled? Okay, let me re-enable.
Okay. So, to start things off, I'm just going to re-enable. Are you re-enabling them?
Yeah, they're enabled. You can build. If there's anybody disrupting the class, just go ahead and feel free to ban them.
Alrighty.
Okay. So, to start over here, I'm just going to come down to the very bottom so you guys all can see where I am. Then build another platform. I'm going to show you the basic cannon just to start off. Perhaps we should limit the explosions to as little as possible, just to, just keep the lag down. Icarus cannons? Yeah, I can touch on those. I don't have too much experience with them, but I can talk about those, yes. So, the basic cannon. It's pretty simple. All it is just a little line, right?
Please stand back from him so that everyone can see.
So you have your TNT, and you have your charge. Scatter shot cannons, I believe you may be talking about chaos cannons?
I think he's talking about spread cannons. Spread cannons.
Oh, spread cannons? Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I can also talk about ender pearl cannons. I'm sure that you know just as much as I do about them, though. I believe Sepling had a little video on those once. This is your standard Vex issue cannon. Vex put these on his map direct fire, and this is basically where we start when it comes to cannons. So as you can see, the redstone powers that many, and then thank you for firing that off, whoever did that. Please, next time, just, we'll avoid that.
If everybody could see me in iron... Sorry, if everybody can see me in iron armor, can you at least stand this far back, or stay this far back from Gramps while he does his work? Could be anywhere around him, but at least 10 or 10 to 15 blocks back, not right in his face, please. Thank you.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Okay, so basically, yeah, this is your most basic cannon, right? It'll fire the TNT off in that direction. With half slabs, it shoots fairly angular, right? And it's not a bad shot. If you fire it directly at their lane, and with a short timing, it will blow up right at the beginning of their lane, and it'll do a little bit of damage. Yeah, basically, this is your basic cannon. When you want to get to some more complex stuff, you can start adding little things like this. And what you can do now, this is a little thing that I saw Traslander or Whiskey Brigade do first. You can put TNT just like that, right? And then, of course, what you would have to do is replace this with a half slab so the redstone does not conduct.
Avery, sorry to interrupt, but just as a little side note, if you could try to replace this with like an actual word, it would probably help with the demonstration a little bit better, because there's probably a lot of people there.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
If you could replace words like this with an actual object, because sometimes if the students aren't looking directly at you, or if there's a lot of students in the way, they might not be able to know what you're talking about. Right,
yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not exactly experienced with teaching, but I'm trying.
Yep, I know. Thanks, you're doing a good job.
Yep. Okay, so if you want to add more charges to a TNT cannon, you can put a button in between two TNT like this over your half slab, or whatever you're using to launch your TNT. I'm going to touch on that in a second, actually. So, with this, I fire this off, and then I hit this button right here, and voila, you have two TNT instead of one. That will actually fire slightly more TNT down the lane, and believe it or not, despite the fact that two TNT was right next to each other, they will actually do the same amount of damage. Or sorry, it will do more damage, because the TNT explodes very slightly one after the other. So it actually will explode once and then explode again. You don't see it because the game registers it too fast. I believe that's how it works. Is my mic crackling?
I hear you just fine.
Okay. Yeah, I think that might be on your side. So, if we'll all come over here, where the glowstone is, I'm just putting that down. these here are how you can fire your cannons. You can use ladders, you can use half slabs, and you can use the most recent discovery, fence posts and pressure plates. Ladders, and trapdoors, thank you very much, I almost forgot. There. So, yeah, fence post is right here. Cackling Panda, if you're collecting around here, where we all are with the glowstone. Ladders act just like trapdoors, and vice versa. Do lily pads work? Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that. I will touch on that later, though, I guess. Basically, trapdoors act just like ladders in that they fire the TNT higher. So instead of dropping down halfway to the half slab, they will actually fire at a higher angle. My friend is playing some music in the background. My mic's pretty hot, so yeah. Basically, you can fire the TNT higher with ladders or trapdoors, midway with the half slabs, and with pressure plates and fences, it fires slightly, it's overall faster. It shoots farther, it shoots better, and yeah, that's basically how that works. So, when it comes to applying some of these interesting things with cannons, if I replaced this half slab here with a ladder, then, believe it or not, like I said, the TNT will fly higher. So watch this. See how they're sitting a little higher? It goes up higher, and then you can shoot something that has a higher angle. Let's just do that once more just to show the effect. So yeah, that's how that works. So ladders shoot a little bit higher, and opposed to half slabs. If you'd like, you can make a target, sure. Yes, ladders also block less of the propulsive force. Thank you, Geek Life. I tend to not use ladders that much, just due to the fact that I tend to make my targets slightly more in range. I don't need to shoot high. So, when it comes to fences, let me just get a fence on my bar. There we are. Fences and half and pressure plates is something that Seth Bling posted about a little while ago. Basically, the fences actually give absolutely no blast resistance. So there's no friction between the TNT and the shot. It's hard to explain. Basically, the TNT, instead of touching the half slab, is actually floating. Yikes.
Come on, guys. Please back up.
Let's just rebuild this. Oh, is that a fact, eh? Okay, let's do that then. Just hang on a sec while I build this. Cackling Panda, are you asking if I'm Canadian? Yes. How'd you know, eh? Oh, did I? Okay, I don't mean to, but it just comes out. It happens. Okay, so, as I was. Here's the cannon. So we have our pressure plate and fence, and see how when I stand on it, I raise up? I go down and up, down. So, basically, I'm floating in the air right now, and that's what makes the TNT fire a lot farther, because it's actually not touching a half slab. It's just floating in the air. So, as you can see when I fire this, once I wire it up, of course, Yes, ultimatum, that is correct. So, this is basically how the fence works. It fires a lot farther and slightly higher. Off we go. You see, even from here, I can take out that target if I... Yeah, see, there it goes. I took out that target all the way from here. The pressure plate on the fence does nothing other than prevent the water from flowing outwards. So if you have a cannon with multiple layers of water, multiple pressure plates or fences, it will, you only need to do one row. So, that's basically covering all of the ways you can fire a cannon. I know, I believe it was Tina or something? Yeah, Tina, that was talking about lily pads. I have no experience with those, so I'm not. If you'd like to work on one of those, I can touch on it later. Yeah, go right ahead. I'm going to continue with what I was going with though, and talk about cannons with multiple shots. So I'm going to actually just tear this down. There we go, that'll do it. Yeah, there we go. Would you guys like me to talk about redstone to start? If you guys know any, do you guys know enough about redstone? Okay, well I'm going to talk about redstone for a little bit then. Sorry guys, I'm going to take these platforms down. Just for the simplicity of teaching, because I'm going to be firing cannons in this direction. So yeah, if we could tear these down, that would be awesome. Okay, so is it good enough for us to assume that everybody knows enough about redstone to make cannons? You know, you hit a button and it turns on?
I'm just going to make a little note here. I'm going to give the Cannons class leeway to 5:30, so you have as much time as you need to teach anything you need to, okay? But you can finish. You can finish whenever you're done.
That's in 29 minutes, right?
That's 29 minutes, yes.
Okay, so
I'm just giving you some leeway to, because you since it started a bit late. Thanks.
Okay, that's fine. Yep, sounds good. So I'm going to show you a cannon that I designed myself. It's shoots 9 TNT. It's quite powerful, and actually I'm going to start with the basic version. This is a cannon that I used in Tom's Tourney #1, and it proved very effective in removing a lot of land very fast. The design that I'm showing you right now is the one that I came up with at the very beginning. It's not by any means the most powerful version. Yes, I do enjoy this cannon. This is the old man cannon, yes, the Avery cannon. So, basically, this is the old style. It works very good, and it removes a lot of land. If we had earth in front of this, there wouldn't be much earth left once I finish this. Yes, you can make it wider, but then it starts to become a spread cannon. What I wanted to do with this cannon is I wanted to have it be a bit more controlled of a shot. So basically, use the 6 propellants and 9 shot. I use the terms charges and shot most often, so that's basically what I prefer to do. So, as you can see, I'm bad at N, or Thungan, has developed a bit of a land mass over there. I'm not sure if it can actually shoot that far, but this is designed to be a short-range cannon. So yeah, basically, as you can see, it fires quite a bit of TNT over there. That wasn't even a good timing. Watch this. Okay, off it goes. Oh, a little early, I think. Oh well. Oh yes, Cackling Panda. You weren't on the team though, were you? That we played? Yeah. I could set it on a timer, that's correct, but when it comes to Race for the Wool, it's usually better to blow it up rapidly, or sorry, set it up fast, and timers require repeaters, and that's a lot of extra space that you have to deal with. So yeah, basically this is the first iteration of my cannon, and after that it progressed to some slightly more interesting stuff. What I did when I built this is I decided to keep the shot layout very much the same. So what I did is I always retained the 3x3 plate. So basically, from here, what I did is I realized, hey, there actually was one in between this, but it was pretty much the same thing. I just made the water a 2x3 square, but I'm not going to talk about that one because this one's better. Basically, this one, I came up with a new design for the charges. I was actually thinking that time day. So, this one uses a slightly different layout for the charges, and yet it uses the same amount of TNT. By using this layout here, the redstone powers 3 blocks vertically. I'm going to use some redstone lamps to illustrate this. As you can see, when I turn the button on, place. When I hit this button, all 3 light up. Zed, Stoner, and Geek Life, would you guys please refrain from setting off TNT? That would be much appreciated. Thank you. So, when I hit this button, all 3 redstone lamps go off, unless, of course, you break the redstone, like I might have just done. So, all 3 redstone lamps light up when you hit this, which means that 3 TNT on each side can be set off. So, as you can see, all 3 pads are like that. And then you have your 9 TNT right there. Put a button there. And then here's your charges. Of course, I built this in patch 1.7 when TNT was still consistent in its falling pattern. But when it came to then what was it 1.8 or 1.9? I don't quite remember. But anyways, a patch came around that made TNT random when it comes to lighting it off. Was it 1.8? Okay, thank you. Yeah. So in order to avoid the TNT dropping onto the redstone, you have to place blocks here and here to force the TNT to bounce upwards instead of backwards. So that's basically how you solve that issue in any TNT cannon. So this is basically what this one does, pretty much the same thing. Same amount of destruction, much smaller package. Yeah, Tina, I'll have a look at that right now. Let's see. Lily pad cannon, eh? I'm interested in this. Where is this cannon? Oh, here it is. Okay, so Tina's got a cannon here that fires lily pads. Or fires with lily pads. And as you can see, that's actually an interesting thing. It fires, you did blow it from cannons, but that's okay, whatever. Basically, the lily pads, evidently, fire at a very flat angle. So you can use that to fire at a lower angle and remove low targets if you're up high. It looks like you guys are doing quite a bit of building. This is alright. It's always good to have a bit of practice, but when it comes to other cannons, let's see. Oh yeah, the final iteration of my 9-shot cannon is actually, it shoots a bit more than 9 shots. I managed to come up with a design that utilizes 21 TNT. Yes, that's right, 21 TNT. In the same square, in the same 3x3 space. 21, 2-1. So this is basically how this happens. I'm not going to use the 27 TNT version because it's a little too awkward to use. It's a little big. The 21 TNT cannon is a little bit easier. This is a very complex cannon. So if this looks a little intimidating to you, it's okay. This thing is absolutely ridiculous. There's no time for bragging here, or Schiff. So, this looks a little weird, I will admit, but it works.
Just wanted to see, are you going to be able to tell them how this works?
Yeah, I'm just going to build it first, of course.
Alright, cool. Thanks.
Yep. Thank you. So, basically the way that this cannon works is, how can I explain this? It's rather simple wiring when it comes down to it. Basically you have, I know it is a lot of redstone, yes. But basically, all this wiring is fairly simple. Basically the shot is just the same as the other version that I just showed you, right? So you hit that button and 3 vertical TNT goes off. When it comes to this one though, you hit this button down here and everything lights up. The reason that this works is because buttons power blocks above and below them, right? So basically, this cannon is just simply wired, but in the way that it is wired, it allows it to hold a lot of TNT. So basically, while I'm loading this, please don't hit the button, that would be very bad. Basically, you load up the cannon, like so. This is the final load, full. That's 21 TNT. So, when you fire it, it looks like this. Yes, this is a terrifying cannon. Yeah, I could pretty much cut down this is my mountain remover. I use this when I need to remove a lot of land very fast. Of course, the 9-shot works just as well for that sort of thing, but if you want to do it in style, then you do it like this. There is a 27-shot version of this, but it's a little bit more complex. It's basically, you just add another row, like so. That's the basic idea. So, I'm sure that you're wondering if there's anything simpler. And yes, there is actually, don't worry. This is very large and complex and kind of, a little, I don't know, intimidating? I don't know. I started off with cannons back in patch, I don't know, 1.3. So I've had a lot of time to deal with, all that junk. To answer your question real quick, Shundi, an Icarus cannon, it shoots people. It's you can use it to go from A to B very fast.
It's illegal in Ice to Wool since, well, unless you shoot yourself forward like that.
yeah, it'd be kind of redundant to use an Icarus cannon in Race for the Wool because you're not allowed to cross lanes. When it comes to where to use cannons, you got to think about what kind of terrain you're dealing with, the environment surrounding it, and I'll build the 27 watt to 20. Excuse me. I'll build the 27 shot one to finish off the lesson, just because it's awesome. Yeah. Basically, like what Geek Life said, choke points and things like that are places where you have to look for TNT cannon opportunities. Basically, what I look for when I look at a map is places where there's a lot of dirt, perhaps, that fires, or that you can blow up, or something to make a large crater. Basically, if you can generate a large enough crater that is almost impossible to cross, then you have a place that you can defend very easily. If you have, say, let's just remove a bunch of this. And say we're up on this giant iron platform. Sorry if I occasionally go quiet. I'm not used to push to talk. If we're standing here, right, and there's this giant crater here, we're looking at a giant hole that the other team has to cross. They either have to bridge, or they have to try and run around on this thing and try and climb up, all while we're shooting arrows and TNT at them. So, as the other team, basically, your job now, when you generate this crater, is just to basically kill them. Keep them from crossing. And then you've stopped them from doing what they need to do in their match. That's basically what cannons are used for in my experience. You can basically create a different scenario for the other team that they wouldn't have expected otherwise. There we go. Day. So, as for the people that are building around here, is there anything interesting that you guys have come up with? Let's see. Oh, is this your spread cannon, Schiff? Interesting. It's pretty big. Okay, one thing that I haven't covered yet is chaos cannons. If we'll all come down to the middle platform, let's all come down here. Yoo-hoo! Okay, so I'll touch on those as well, Geek Life. So, chaos cannons are basically cannons that were first introduced by Etho. I'm sure you all know him. You use chaos cannons in a way that there's no water involved. So basically, you build your little, you basically put down a block of TNT. Etho is a Let's Player, in case none of you knew. He does a lot of redstone kind of stuff. So basically, a chaos cannon uses TNT. Uses TNT to fire more TNT. So basically, you can use this. I don't know. It's pretty disrespectful to, you know, just kind of blow up the cannon when I'm trying to teach. Anyways, with this, if you hit this button and set off that TNT, this will fire the rest of the TNT forwards. Of course, yeah, that did lag a bit, but basically, usually there will be more TNT propelling that. That was just a small one. If I actually wanted to build a proper one, it would probably be about this big. because when you're using this much TNT, you may as well use a bit more, because you may as well do a lot of damage. I'll show you what this one can do now. Of course, there's a variety of different ways to set up a Chaos Cannon. It's basically up to your imagination, what you can devise for charges and shots. You can use TNT to guide other TNT, believe it or not. There's a proper Chaos Cannon. As you can see, that pushes a lot of TNT everywhere. Of course, this is at the cost of your own lane. You're going to do damage to your own lane, unless, of course, you're building a Chaos Cannon on Bedrock, or perhaps Obsidian. Otherwise, though, you're going to do a little bit of damage to your own lane. As for quick setup cannons, there's a lot to do. They have a lot to do with pressure plates. Pressure plates are really easy to make. There's almost always going to be wood involved in a map anytime. Right? So basically, wood cannon. Oh, sorry, I was just talking without my mic on. This, of course, will not actually shoot that far. It's only shooting one TNT with one TNT, but if you want to make it a little bit better, who is setting off Chaos Cannons? That's
remember, if you're disruptive, that is a ban. Just let me know.
Anyways, I'm not really looking over on this side. Oh, sorry, they're testing out Chaos Cannons. But however, if you guys do want to come down and have a look at this, that would probably be part of the class. So, a little quick cannon that you can set up. I'm just building this one just because it's easier, but you can actually drop. You can dig into the world. Actually, I'll do that. What the heck? Thank you, Anderson. I know you did build it. So, let's see. If I was going to do that, I would dig this out. To pay me. You can ask me for advice anytime, basically. I don't know where you'll be able to find me, but there's no need to pay money. That's very kind, though. This here is a little cannon that, once again, I saw Etho make. This one's nice and easy to set up. It doesn't take very long at all, and it's efficient. Basically, you can use 3 TNT, right like that, right? Hang on, I need to place a block here. Prevent it from breaking. This will set that off. Oops, water. Let's, can we all stand back just a little bit? Thanks. Yeah, it's all, when you're building cannons, you always gotta have a water bucket on your bar. So, there we go. There's an Etho cannon. Basically, you put a block of TNT underneath the pressure plate block, and then one there, one there. You have 3 charges, and you can use 1 shot, and then of course you can modify that to continue and make more TNT shot. So I'm going to fire this one off. Let's all back off just a little titch so we don't set off the pressure plates. So this one goes like this, and then like that. Oops, looks like the half slab blew up when I saved that one. Let's try that again. And 1, and 2. Off it goes. So yeah, as you can see, that will get across to the other lane that has enough power to shoot. I'll talk about ender pearl cannons in just a second. So, ender pearl cannons. Wait, not yet. I'm just going to also just, improve this cannon just a little touch, just to show you. So now, of course, like I showed earlier, this cannon now shoots 2 TNT. Just like that. Very simple, very effective, and suddenly you have twice as much TNT going downrange. It does twice as much damage. So, there you go. Ender pearl cannons are a little difficult to utilize. Basically, let me explain ender pearl cannons first. Basically, what you do when you have an ender pearl cannon is you set off a small amount of TNT and then throw an ender pearl at that TNT just after it explodes, or sorry, just before. So basically what's going to happen is, since the ender pearl is an entity, it will actually be affected by the TNT, just like a TNT cannon. No, unfortunately you can't put ender pearl in creative, that's why I can't really show you guys this. I would, but yeah, that's basically how that works. The entity of the ender pearl is shot even farther, just like a TNT block. Yeah, Seth Blaine was the one who came up with that. And it'll allow you to traverse very large distances in a short amount of time, if you are good at it. Ender pearl cannons are not Icarus cannons. Icarus cannons actually shoot people. Tina, if you would like to, I can give you game mode, but yeah, it is very risky for a beginner map, Cavalier. But yeah, Tina, I'll give you game mode. Just get the stuff that you need and then let me know. So, let's see, what else can I talk about? An Icarus cannon. An Icarus cannon. Well, sure, I can give one a go. Let's see here. Let's build one actually right here. This seems to be the best place. I'll launch you right into that dirt thing. I'll have a look at your cannon in a little bit.
Just here, Avery, to give you a 5-minute warning. Just try to wrap it up and maybe take some questions if they want.
Yeah, actually, sure. Let's go with that. Does anyone have any questions? Where is your cannon now? Over here isn't really specific. In the meantime, feel free to ask some questions and I can answer them as I have a look at your guys' cannons. That might be best, actually. How cheap is it to make a cannon on a Vex map? Are we talking a single, okay, when it comes to a single player map, cannons are relatively easy to come up with. You just need to find enough gunpowder to make TNT, and usually at that point you'll have all the resources available to you to build a cannon. I can see cannons being useful in single player, specifically for getting rid of fun boxes and things like that. For Race for the Wool, quite cheap. Most of the time, map makers provide you with TNT and building supplies. Is DJ Cobalt griefing cannons? That's not very good. Let's try and keep that down to a minimum, the explosions. So TNT actually explodes in 4 seconds, not 5. We can count that just by going like this. Okay, I'm going to hit this button. It might be different for you guys because it's going to be a little bit laggy, but I'm going to count and I'm going to have a look at how long this TNT lasts before it explodes. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. approximately 4 seconds. I guess it depends. Sure, we can have a look at some cannons. Let's see. Oh, this is a decent little Icarus. Basically, it uses the boat. This is over down at the bottom. You hop in the boat and set off the pressure plate. Or sorry, you set off the pressure plate, then you hop in the boat. I'm gonna game mode spoon just so we can see how this works. Alright, set that off. Let's see what happens. Yeah, he might need some armor, but as you can see, he flew pretty far. There you go, there's your game mode back. Yes, you do need armor for Icarus cannons. Tina, do you want game mode? Okay. There you are. Okay. Let's see. Questions. Anybody have any questions?
Alright, we gotta start wrapping up pretty soon here, so you can answer a few questions, but I'd like to have this thing done by probably the next 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay.
Thanks.
You heard the man, guys. Does anyone have any questions? Okay. Like I promised, I'm going to build my largest class, or my largest cannon right now. I'm not going to talk during this just so I can do it fast. If we could give a bit of space too, that'd be awesome. Oops, wrong cannon. Let's see what we got here. Cool little thing about buttons, by the way, is that when you have a button and then a line of redstone below it, it'll set that off too. So, in effect, you can have 2 rows of TNT that are affected by 1 button. That's just, I did not say a boot. Bullcrap. Yes, this is what I like to call a reloadable chaos cannon. So basically, it requires 3 buttons to be pressed in order to be fired off fully. And I think I have it set up correctly. Let me just quickly test it with redstone maps. Yes, thank you very much. I almost forgot. Okay. Yep. Using redstone lamps is actually a really easy way to test to see if your cannons work. As you can see, this one button alone sets off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 TNT. 1 button and 6 redstone. Oh! Looks like that's the end of the lesson, guys. I guess we won't be able to see that TNT cannon go off. It's been a pleasure teaching you all. I hope that you were okay with my sometimes substandard teaching skills. It's not something I do normally, but yeah, thank you very much for attending, and I hope you enjoyed.
Alright, now everybody scroll up to the top of the Mumble page and double click on RMCT Open House.